All right, today we are going deep. We're going to get under the hood of xdge AI and really explore two of its most powerful pieces, assist and deep research. And you'll see how this isn't just about answering questions. It's really about changing how we think about AI at work from the ground up. So think about it. We're all pretty used to AIs that can, answer a question. But what if an AI could do more than just answer you? What if it could understand a really complex goal, come up with a plan, and then actually do the work for you across all the different apps you use every day? That's the huge leap we're talking about today.
Okay, so let's start with the first piece of this puzzle, xbridge AI Assist. And I want to be super clear here. This is not just another chatbot. It's designed to be a true research partner, built to go way beyond the simple question-answer format we've all become accustomed to.
And this table really lays out the difference, doesn't it? Traditional bots, they're just based on keywords, they forget what you said 2 seconds ago, and they often give you information without any sources. Assist is a different beast entirely. It understands the context of your whole conversation. It pulls information together from everywhere, your emails, docs, Slack, and maybe most important of all, every single fact is cited and verifiable.
So how in the world does Assist actually pull this off? Let's take a look at its cognitive engine, which is really just a fancy way of saying how it thinks to get you the right answer every single time. Well, the key is that Assist isn't a one-trick pony. It has 5 different ways it can find information. It can dig through all your internal workplace data. It can do a live web search for up-to-the-minute news, check specific document collections you've set up, tap into its general AI knowledge, or, for the really tough questions, it can kick off a full, deep research task. It's not just searching, it's strategizing.
And here's the real secret sauce, this intelligent routing process. When you ask it something, it doesn't just blindly search everywhere. In less than a second, it figures out what you really mean. It picks the best mode for the job, runs the search, and then weaves it all together into one single, easy-to-read answer with perfect citations.
And all of this, it really boils down to one critical thing: trust. With over 99% precision in its source attribution, you're never left guessing, where did this come from? Every single fact is traceable right back to the original document, email, or message. And in a business setting, that is absolutely non-negotiable.
Okay, so getting trustworthy answers is a total game changer. But what if the AI could go from just finding answers to actually taking action? Well, that's the next step. Let's dive into deep research.
Think of deep research as giving the AI a project to run. You just give it a high-level goal, in plain English, and it becomes this autonomous agent that figures out the entire plan and then executes every single step across all your different apps to get the job done. We've officially moved from finding information to actually solving complex problems.
Now, this tech shows up in 2 main ways. You've got Deep Research Assist, which is perfect for those one-off, I need to figure this out right now kind of questions in chat. Then you have Deep Research Workflows, which lets you build these reusable automations for tasks that happen over and over again, like, say, automating that weekly report you hate doing. So same powerful engine, just 2 different applications.
So how does this whole autonomous engine actually work? Well, it all comes down to 2 pretty incredible components: an AI that can create a strategic plan from scratch, and a really groundbreaking tool that can write custom code on the fly to execute that plan.
The whole process is just so elegant. You just describe what you want to do, the AI planning agent instantly maps out a step-by-step strategy. Then the system just does it, using a whole library of tools. It connects to your apps, uses other AIs, and this is the crazy part, it even generates brand new code when it needs to. And when it's all done, you get the results plus a full audit trail showing you exactly what it did.
Let's just zoom in on that last tool for a second, because this is the platform's real superpower, the code generator. It can write, test, and securely run brand new code on demand. So what does that actually mean? It means the AI is never stuck. If an integration or a tool doesn't exist to solve your problem, the AI just builds it right there in that moment.
I just love this quote from the source material. It perfectly captures it. The code generator gives the AI hands and feet. It's the ability to not just think and talk, but to actually do things, to interact with the digital world in a real, tangible way.
And this isn't some wild, risky process. It's designed to be incredibly robust and safe. It gathers the requirements, it pulls the latest API documentation right from the web so it's always up to date, and then it writes the code. That code runs in a totally secure, isolated sandbox so it can't mess anything up. But here's the most amazing part. If the code fails, The AI actually analyzes the error, debugs its own code, and tries again, all by itself. And you know what? It is remarkably good at this. We're talking about a first attempt success rate of around 90%. And with that ability to self-correct, the system can reliably solve an almost infinite number of problems without any human ever stepping in.
So all this advanced tech is cool, but what does it actually look like in practice? Let's walk through a real-world example of how it can automate a task that honestly felt pretty much impossible to hand off to a machine until now.
So imagine a critical tech issue pops up, like a sudden spike in API usage. The investigation is super urgent, but it means pulling bits and pieces of info from a dozen different places. This is the perfect job for an autonomous workflow.
Now just look at this workflow. A single request, something like run a full incident investigation, kicked off all of this. The AI went and searched Slack all on its own, summarized what it found, opened a Jira ticket, drafted a whole incident report in Google Docs, and then notified the stakeholders. That is a deeply complex process that spans multiple apps, all handled automatically.
And the impact here, it's just staggering. A complex investigation that would normally take a team hours, maybe even days of manual, tedious work was done, start to finish, in about 15 minutes. This isn't just making things a little faster, it's completely changing how that work gets done. And this quote just gets right to the heart of the philosophy here. The goal isn't to make you a little bit more efficient. It's about taking these complex, time-sucking tasks off your plate and just removing them from your to-do list for good.
So let's just quickly wrap up with the key takeaways. First, xdge AI Assist is your real research partner, not just a chatbot. Second, deep research takes that a giant leap forward, automating entire workflows from a simple sentence. And third, the code generator is that bit of magic that gives it limitless power to make it all happen. When you put it all together, this isn't just a smarter search tool, it's a true autonomous work platform.
And that leaves us with a final, really powerful question to think about. For decades, we've had to build the tools to do our work. But what happens when our AI can build its own tools, instantly, to solve any problem we give it? What does that free us up to build next? Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.